Hi, I'm Jamie Wright, middle school librarian, and I'm here to help you find your next great book. Today's episode of Middle School Book Talks is about books with characters in survival situations, second edition. There's an earlier survival situations episode, so if you're looking for more book recommendations, check that out. First up is Take Me to the River by Will Hobbs. Dylan is 14 and planning a canoe and rafting trip in the Rio Grande with his cousin. There are warnings of a hurricane, but they decide the storm risk is slim. Spoiler, it actually isn't. In addition to natural challenges, they encounter some humans, including a criminal and a hostage. It's a wild, page-turning adventure story that will keep you guessing. Santiago's Road Home by Alexandra Diaz is about Santiago, who has been living with his arguing aunt and uncle in Mexico and helping to take care of their kids until job loss sends him packing. He doesn't want to go back to his abusive grandmother, so instead, he makes his way toward the US border and a better life. Along the way, he comes across a kind woman and her daughter, and the three of them work together to try to make it across. They have little food, water, and money, and the journey is difficult. But U.S. immigrations and customs officials intercept them at the border, and they have nowhere to go. Lifeboat 12 by Susan Hood. Based on true events, this novel in verse centers on Ken, who is sent to Canada to safety away from the bombs over London in World War II. At first, the luxury ocean liner offers up good food and new friends. But a few days later, the ship is torpedoed, and Ken's only hope rests on Lifeboat 12 and the other people in it working together to survive. When Stars Are Scattered by Victoria Jamieson and Omar Mohamed is a National Book Award finalist and graphic novel that tells the story of Omar and his younger brother, who spent most of their childhood in a refugee camp in Kenya. Resources are scarce, and Omar's brother doesn't speak to anyone. So when Omar gets the opportunity to go to school, he knows it could be a huge chance to improve their future. But how can he split the only family he has left by leaving his brother behind? Endangered by Eliot Schrefer is another book in Schrefer's Ape Quartet. This one is set in the Congo, where Sophie's mother runs a bonobo sanctuary. Sophie isn't very excited to be there, but in spite of herself, she becomes invested in caring for a baby bonobo called Otto. Revolution breaks out in the country, and armed militants attack the animal sanctuary. There is violence and bloodshed, and now Sophie and Otto are on their own to try to find some sense of safety and survive in the middle of the war. That's it for this episode of Middle School Book Talks, Survival Situations, 2nd edition. If you're looking for more great books, reach out to your librarian. And remember, a book is always a good idea.